If you want to use Zapier for personal use, this video will show you a simple way to build your first automation and start saving time with everyday tasks. Zapier can help you connect apps you already use, like Gmail and Google Drive, so you can automate things like saving emails, organizing files, sending reminders, and more without doing everything manually. If this tutorial helps you, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more easy software guides. Alright, let's get started. First, go to Zapier in your browser and open your account. Once you're inside the dashboard, look for the Create option. This is where you'll begin building a new automation, also called a Zap. Click Create, and then choose Zap Workflows. This tells Zapier that you want to build a custom workflow from scratch instead of using a ready-made template. Now, you'll be on the workflow editor. The first thing to set up is the trigger. The trigger is the event that starts your automation. Click on Trigger, and then search for the app you want to use. For this example, you can search and select Gmail. After that, choose the trigger event that makes sense for your personal workflow. Zapier will show you different options, so pick the one that matches what you want to happen, such as a new email arriving or a message with a specific label. Then log into your Gmail account and connect it to Zapier so the platform can monitor the selected event. Next, you'll add the action. The action is what Zapier does after the trigger happens. Click on Action, then search for and select Google Drive. Just like before, choose the event you want Zapier to perform. This could be creating a file, uploading something, or organizing content in a folder. After choosing the event, log into your Google Drive account so Zapier can access it. Once the account is connected, you can continue setting up the workflow. At this point, Zapier will guide you through the build process. Click on Build It in the top area to move forward. This is where you connect the trigger and action together and make sure the automation behaves the way you want. If you're using Zapier for personal use, this part is especially helpful because you can create simple automations that support your daily routine, like backing up important emails, saving attachments, or keeping your files organized automatically. Before publishing, always test the workflow first. Click on Test Run so Zapier can check whether everything is working properly. Testing is important because it lets you catch mistakes before the automation goes live. If the test runs successfully, review the result and make sure the trigger and action are doing exactly what you expected. If something looks off, go back and adjust the settings before moving on. Once you're happy with the test, click Publish. That will turn your Zap on and make your automation active. From that point on, Zapier will run in the background and handle the task for you automatically. That's the real power of using Zapier for personal productivity. Once you set it up, you can save time every single day. A few quick tips before you go. Start with one simple automation first so you can understand how triggers and actions work. Use apps you already rely on every day because that makes the automation more useful right away. And always test before publishing, especially if the workflow involves important files or emails. If you want to get more comfortable with Zapier, try building small automations for personal tasks like reminders, file backups, or email sorting. And that's it. You now know how to use Zapier for personal use, create a workflow, connect your apps, test it, and publish it. If this video helped, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next tutorial. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.